Hi, my name is John Tierney. I'm the owner of Acadia Mountain Guides, and I'm here with our team mascot Stella to help illustrate some of the things we're trying to do to help keep ourselves and our clients safe during this COVID era. This will be the first of many trainings that we're doing among our staff as we continue to refine some of our procedures and processes out there in trying to keep us all safe. All the gear being used by clients will be pulled from our stockroom after it's been deconned for 3 days. We'll be focusing on using just one-size-fits-all harnesses during this period of time for the ease of cleaning and not having as much soft material to deal with. And also helmets and be pulled from our clean stock. All right, so when we get ready to meet clients, we'll generally try to meet them outside of our shop. Our little mascot here, Stella, will greet the clients.
How we doing, team?
Coming up.
Hello. Hi. You have a mask?
No, I don't.
Here.
And if you have a mask, you're welcome to use it. Otherwise, we can provide you one if needed.
Thanks. Nice.
And then the next thing we'll do is kind of go over our COVID questionnaire.
So, a couple questions for you, too, about COVID-specific things. One, known contact with a COVID person of interest, either of you?
No.
Okay. Do you have an onset of non-productive cough within the last 14 days?
Nope.
Onset of new shortness of breath within the last 14 days?
Nope.
Do you have a fever of greater than 100.4 degrees?
Nope.
Recent chills, body aches, muscle pains, headache, sore throat, new loss of taste or smell?
Nope.
No. Okay.
So we may ask for your temperature, in which case we'll give you a thermometer. We'll actually have forehead scanners, but they're not here at the moment. So he can hold that in his mouth. And hopefully we get a good reading that doesn't present with a fever.
96.5. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Actually, so we just went over the waiver. If you two could read through and sign both sides like we talked about in all the right spots. Before you do that, if you wouldn't mind sanitizing your hands.
Okay.
Please. And I will go get your equipment. You ready? Okay, if you two wouldn't mind just putting those up on the table for me. All right, I have a pair of climbing shoes for each of you. You can try that one on, Rob, and you can try that one on. I also have a bag for us to put all of our stuff in, some extra sanitizer, and 2 harnesses with some gloves and some specific climbing hardware for you as well today, too. So once we have the shoes all tried on, we'll put the shoes in the bag and then the harnesses on top. And then I'll grab some helmets.
So each group of clients will be provided a dry bag to put their supplies in and to keep them in throughout the day. When we return at the end of the day, they'll all be in the dry bag and go into another area for decontamination.
So we have all of our equipment. So what I'll have you do is follow me to the cliff in your car. I'll be driving a small gray car, and we'll just go down this way until we get to the parking lot. And we'll meet there. Got it. Awesome.
So after the clients have filled out the form with the clipboard, the guide will go ahead and clean off the paperwork while gloved, clean the clipboards in case they need to be used again by another staff member shortly. And then file the paperwork and be good to go.
How we doing, team?
You must be our guide.
It's actually pretty nice out. All right, you got your bag.
Got the bag.
Nice. You got your helmet. You got some sand sanitizer in
Hand
there.
sanitizer.
Awesome. Cool. We're just gonna head down the trail. Let's just keep a little bit of space in between us. Not a big deal on the trail. It's just a nice little path down there.
Yeah.
All right, team. Let's put some helmets on. All right. Let's make sure they're buckled well. Snug them up a little bit. Maybe do a little bobble test. Make sure they're on nice and neatly. Nice. All right. Let's open the bag, please. Keep this kind of distance between each other. And let's sanitize our hands just to start off on a clean slate. A little dab will do ya. Nice. All right. Once we do that in that bag, we should have 2 harnesses. Grab those out. Okay. First things first. Let's grab our harness. So in your harness, you have a central blue loop. Can you find that for me? Yes. Awesome. Cool. Now that's going to connect to your waist belt, okay, which has that red loop attached to it, and it's also connected to your leg loops. So I want you to find that central blue loop again. I want you to hold it in front of you and find the very large loop that's connected to it. Okay? That's your waist belt. Now let's get that nice and neat, no twists. Now, as we're holding it in front of us now, so just as I am here, you can kind of hold that central point with one hand. Now find your leg loops and get them all untwisted. So that way there's no twist in the webbing. These buckles here on the leg loops should be on the outside of your leg. And then once you go ahead and open up those buckles, just like I'm doing with mine, I can actually slide the strap open a bit without taking it apart. Nice. So it's nice.
Yep.
Thank you. Hook it to your harness.
So in pre-COVID days, we would generally encourage the clients to come in and participate in building the anchor, but at the moment we're going to have the guide build the anchor unless it's an advanced lesson, and the clients simply watch the anchor being constructed and being talked about how it's being done, and that way we have less gear to clean at the end of the day. So for the client tying in, we'll have 2 options. The first would be for the client to wear gloves, as you see here. What we're trying to do is minimize the amount of time that uncovered hands or unsanitized hands are on ropes, and limit the amount of different ropes that are exposed to individuals. So if there are multiple clients, or another option would be for a client to hand sanitize first. Let their hands dry and then go ahead and tie in with nice clean hands. So when preparing for climbs, both people are masked. In general, the guide will be masked the entire time to facilitate getting down to a client if they need assistance, especially in a base managed system. But here they're close together, so both client and guide are masked. Also, each client has been given their own carabiner and belay device, which they'll use for the entire day, and then that will be bagged at the end of the day and then cleaned. Normally we like to have the observers a little bit closer to the guide, but here trying to maintain separation between our employees and our clients. Clients secured about next to the edge, several feet away from the guide, still able to observe their friends climbing. So gloves will come off for the climb. Gloves have been assigned to each client. They can do the climb. When he finishes the climb, he'll re-glove and untie from the rope. He's gloving for the climb. In this case, it doesn't matter too much because he's the first climber, but oftentimes people are climbing the same route over and over. All right, so when we're done with the day, we'll go ahead and take shoes and harnesses and belay tools and belay gloves if they belong to the school, and put all that in a bag. And that bag will be sealed up and brought back to the shop for decontamination. All right, so at the end of the session, the guide will take the equipment that was used by the client, bring it up to our little decon area, which is in a little separate room from where all of our other gear is stored. We'll go ahead and clean the helmets using disinfectant spray and wipe. So we have a couple strategies here. If he's doing this with his clothing on, such as a fleece shirt or cotton pants, then the guide will change those pieces of clothing between taking the next client out. Otherwise, he'd be wearing some kind of waterproof breathable barrier, such as a nylon shell or a hospital gown or something like that in the cleaning process. Getting some good set time for the helmets and then wiping the helmets down. And then those pieces of gear will be left for 72 hours as a minimum to dry and hopefully decontaminate. All right, so we still need to take care of washing the dry bag with some soap and water. And alternatively, that can be used for the helmets as well. And for any of our products, actually. If we needed to wash harnesses or something like that, we could. So we're going to wash the outside and then flip it inside out and wash the inside.